Welcome friend. Today we are going to discuss about William Butler Yeats. In short, W.B. Yeats. He is a very famous poet and dramatist. He was born in 13 June 1865 and he was died in 29th January 1939. He was an Irish poet dramatist. He was founder of the Abbey Theatre along with Lady Gregory Edward Martin. In 1923, he was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature.
The Celtic
Some of
Twilight.
his major important writings are 1893 and its volume of essay, and some of his famous plays are The Countess Kathleen, The Land of Heart's Desire, which was written in 1894, The Hourglass, which was written in 1903. Some volumes of poetry are In the Seven Woods, 1903, The Green Helmet, it was written in 1910, The Wild Swan at Cool, and one of his famous works is The Tower, 1928. In 1899, Yeats asked Maud Gonne to marry him, but she declined. 4 years later, she married Major John McBride, an Irish soldier who shared her feelings for Ireland and her hatred of English oppression. He was one of the rebels later executed by the British government for their part in the Easter Rising of 1916. And we know the famous poem regarding this event that is written by W.B. Yeats is Easter 1916. And a very famous poem and another very famous poems are The Lake Isle of Innisfree. It is a 12-line poem comprising 3 quatrains written by him in 1888, first published in National Observer in 1890, and it was reprinted in The Countess Kathleen and Various Legends and Lyrics in 1892. Today we are going to discuss briefly about this poem. The Lake Isle of Innisfree exemplifies the style of the Celtic revival. It is an attempt to create a form of poetry that was Irish in origin. So now I am going to read the main text. The title of the poem is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. So what is the meaning of this title? Here the very word Innisfree is a name of a place. The Lake Isle of Innisfree means a lake situated in Innisfree, where W.B. Yeats used to visit when he was young. In his earlier age, he used to visit in that lake, in that place, and that memory was so much pleasurable for him. So that's why he, being an adult, wished to visit that place again. So we are starting the first line. I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree. So the poet is wishing to go Innisfree again. So he is saying that he will rise from the sleep and he will go to Innisfree. The next line. And a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. So he will go to Innisfree and there he will make a cabin, a small house, a small cottage there out of clay and wattles made. So he will he will make a house out of clay and he will protect it with fence. What else means here? Fence. And the next line, 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. So the poet is saying that he will plant 9 row of bean for the purpose of collecting food. Bean means that we eat generally. The poet will cultivate there, the poet will plant 9 rows of bean and a hive for the honey bee. A hive means the place where a bee lives. So there will be a hive for the honey bee and live alone in the bee loud glade, and the poet will enjoy that atmosphere. The very word glade means open space. So the poet will live in that place lonely, alone. So he actually want to enjoy that natural atmosphere in a silent situation. He would like to feel the nature lonely. So he will wake up and go to Innisfree, and there he will make a cottage with the help of clay, and there he will plant 9 rows of beans, and there will be a hive of bee, and the poet will listen to the sound of bees in a silent, lonely atmosphere. The next para, and I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the hills of the morning to where the cricket sings. So the poet is saying that in that natural atmosphere, that atmosphere will be very peaceful for him. And how the peace will come to him? The peace will drop from the veils of the morning. So veils is a thin clothes that women use to hide their face to show respect in front of elders. So the peace will come slowly from the veils of the morning where the cricket sings. Cricket is a kind of insect which used to make noise during the night in the forest area. The next line, there's midnights all a glimmers, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wing. So the midnight will be shiny because of the full moon night, and the noon will be purple because of the sun's glow, and evening full of the linnet's wing. In the evening, the linnet is a kind of a bird. The linnets will come back to their home, and the poet will be able to see those birds wing. That means the evening atmosphere will be so much beautiful for him. He will be able to enjoy it amidst the natural things. The moon will glow at the night, the sun will be crimson during the noon, and in the evening the bird will come back to their house, and the poet will be able to enjoy all these natural beautiful events. And the last para, I will arise and go now for always, night and day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the source. So the poet is saying that the poet will arise, again the poet will go, night and day means all day. I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore. So the poet is able to hear the sound, the wave of the lake, which is actually lapping on the shores. That means near the land, the wave of the water is coming towards the shore, and it is creating a rippling effect and a sound, a water sound which the poet actually enjoying after listening it. While I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. The poet is hearing that sound of water standing beside the road, and he is enjoying the sound so much from the deepest part of his heart. So this is all about W.B. Yeats, and thank you for watching this video. If you like to watch some more videos like this and some more important topics regarding to UGC NET-JRF, you can subscribe this channel. Thank you for listening the lecture.